Andrew Bogut checked in for Green. Lee comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Payne comes in for Kevin Garnett. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Wiggins. And Gary Neal subbed in for Kevin Martin.
I guess you could say those lengthy travel distances for Minnesota took their toll last year because the Timberwolves managed only 16 road wins a season ago.
Here's Neal. Payne dishes to Rubio. Shoots a three. Rebound by Lee, and it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Livingston kicks to Barbosa. Feeds to Livingston. Golden State moving the ball around. Stolen by Rubio. Fast break, Minnesota. Muhammad with the ball. Back to Rubio. The feed to Muhammad. Rubio, the pass to Payne. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Neal. Here's Muhammad. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Guys, Minnesota was close to a 500 team last year at 40-42. But as you said, struggling on the road kept them, Steve, out of the playoffs.
Well, to make the playoffs in the West, I mean, I think you have to go at least 500 on the road. Getting road wins is where Minnesota will have to improve to get back to the postseason.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Rubio dishes to Neal. And it's blocked by Bogut. Passes it to Barnes. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I love the aggressiveness with their approach, pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
Here comes Ricky Rubio.
He had 3 steals in that game, remember?
Yes, yeah.
Outstanding job there to absorb the...
Impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
That free throw good from Rubio. The 19-foot shot misses off the right iron.
Coming up Tuesday, November 11th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs go on the road to battle the Brooklyn Nets. Make sure to catch it.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
And it's been beautiful basketball to watch, guys. Really sharing and moving the ball, and as a result, they've got a great flow going.
Hand in glove, 5 guys working as one. The power of the fist, we call it. They've racked up a bunch of assists.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's Lee and Bogut inside. Livingston is out there with Curry. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position.
Well, as you know, there are pros for just about everything in sports. Last year, Steph Curry was actually voted as the most trustworthy player in the league.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing. Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Timberwolves trail by 18. You talked about trust in Steph Curry. It seemed he was able to trust his ankles a bit more last year.
Yeah, that had been a big concern. Repeated ankle sprains. Part of the reason the Warriors were able to sign him to such a bargain extension. But when healthy, clearly an all-star and all-league player.
And Muhammad kicks to Zhang. Good. Zhang's got his first points of the night.
Sloppy defense there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Well, when he does, that's an automatic bucket.
And the Warriors with some changes. Draymond Green comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Sean Livingston. And then for Minnesota, Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Gorgie Dan. And Wiggins is subbed in for Shabazz Muhammad.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. He's been great today, and just as hot as he was last time out.
Here's Neal, guarded by Curry. Pekovic inside, working on Green. The jump hook, and there's the bucket as Pekovic finishes it off. Pekovic has got 6 points.
And things are going to come way too easy for him if he can get that deep post position.
I agree with you, Steve. You got to deny him the ball down there as best you can.
Timberwolves trail by 17. To the paint, here's Wiggins.
Oh, are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Now here's Pekovic. He's got 6, and he drops it in from the low post. He's got 8.
Well, it was a dismal start from the field for them in the first quarter, but they're finally starting to turn it around.
Well, I don't think it could have gotten any worse, partner. I mean, you figure they had all their bad misses out of the way and should be good to go now.
And he gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 18.
This is tough to stop if you're the defense. I mean, they've been absolutely on fire from behind that three-point line, and the way they space the floor, it's hard to get to those shooters.
Minnesota calls timeout. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And that game, guys, was really a perfect example of how important your bench can be. I thought the reserve production was really the key.
Exactly. That was where a lot of their scoring came from. It was a big game for the backups.
Payne, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Let's get it.
Ricky Rubio comes in for Gary Neal. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, Kevin. Flip Saunders was just going over the plan with his team.
I'm playing general. I don't know.
Part of their focus should be on
Playing general management.
To get bodies to the glass at that end of the floor and work hard for second chance points. He also said that he loved their matchups in the low post and told his guys get the ball into the post whenever they can. I'm sure coach is hoping.
In fact, I got 2 general managers. I got, let's see, Cavaliers and Warriors.
All right, Doris.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And it's Martin penetrating, and they cash it right away with a quick shot.
Just FaceTime Curry.
Warriors leading by 14, and stolen by Payne. Rubio with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Curry brings the double.
Jump ball.
And so here is Golden State. Golden State's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark.
Get it.
Shooting the 3-ball well.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
I think for a while, Clark, teams looked at Iguodala and saw his talent and what he could do on the floor, and they wanted him to be a centerpiece. Now that he's been in the league this long, and as a vet, he seems almost better suited as a complementary piece.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, not everybody can be the main focal point of a team. And that's no knock on Iguodala. I mean, I think he's terrific. He does a little bit of everything, does it all well. And I understand he's really a high-quality guy and teammate. He's very much more of a playmaker than a scorer, even though he can look dominant with the ball in his hands at times.
Warriors leading by 15. Outside Curry.
Curry again.
Another 3 for Golden State.
Let's go. I smacked the ball with Curry.
Exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. Run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though. Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And another three for Golden State.
I'm going to start busting him with Curry. That's all I'm going to do for the rest of the game.
Timberwolves
None but
trail by
Curry.
21. And it's Rubio penetrating. Great D that time from Green.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark, just based
Curry.
on...
For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Martin.
That's nasty.
Kicks to Rubio. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Wiggins. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Wiggins has got 6 points.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Boy, guys, he's had a lot of bounce in his step this quarter. I mean, it's been a pretty impressive stretch for him.
Here's Martin. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, much of the stresses of the coach was talking about taking care of the basketball. What kind of work has this team put in, making sure everyone is doing their best to limit those turnovers?
When you look at film, but it's just about the in-game situations, just analyzing the situation, take care of the ball. Making sure that you make contact with the passes, and sometimes getting a shot is better than giving to them. So you got to just look at that and figure it out.
This team made savvy decisions all night. Steph, thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris.
I got it. Now, I'm ending my broadcast.